So I want to make nettle compost tea. So I went on a walk with my husband and Rocket earlier on, and I gathered a whole bag of nettles. I've got my plastic bag, I've got my gloves, I've got my secateurs, and I've got quite a lot of nettles. Nettles, when they grow, they have really extensive root systems below the ground, and they're very good at pulling up the nutrients that you need for your plants. So what you do is you get your nettles, and I'm holding this one very carefully, apart from the bit that fell on my foot. If you put these into water and leave them to fester down for a while, and then you can drain the brown gunk off at the end, mix it in with a bit of water, and you've got really good nutrients for your plants. I like the fact it's free. I did make it a couple of years ago, and I used one of my husband's fermenting things to put it in, and it did ruin the fermenting barrel because it really stinks. It smelled very bad, but the plants loved it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shove everything into this, use the shears to chop it all up finely, top it up with some rainwater that I got from the rain last night, put a lid over it, and then just leave it to fester down for a while. About a week ago, I gathered some nettles, chopped them up into pieces, put them in the bin, or this bucket here, and added some rainwater. For the last week, it's been busy fermenting away. I don't know if you can have a look here, but it's got bubbles on the top. So yeah, it's been busy bubbling away. It's been fermenting. It's beginning to smell a little bit. I'll probably move it away from the back door because it's not really a very nice smell to come out and sniff at. However, you can see it's kind of like spinach soup, and the colour at the moment, I put some in this lovely carafe. Hello. You really don't want this. Do you want to have a sniff? Ew, horrible. So, it's kind of like gone off lettuce. And you can see it's kind of that brown murky colour. I could probably use it now. I'm going to leave it to develop it a bit more. It's good for leafy growth, so I had hoped to use it on my tomatoes, and actually it doesn't have, it's got too much nitrogen in it, and I need more potash for my tomatoes, which means I really need to make a comfrey compost tea rather than a nettle compost tea. But this is a very good sort of all-round fertiliser and compost. You wouldn't use it like this. Strain it off, dilute it down so it looks like weak tea, and then pour it around the foot of the plant. So I'm going to leave it for a bit longer. We'll see how it goes in another couple of weeks, and I shall definitely move it away from the door because it's quite whiffy.
How long would you leave it?
Well, The RHS usually says leave it for about 4 weeks, but they also say rather less in the way of nettles, or at least more in the way of water, so they would use it neat. I'm trying to make it a bit more concentrated, because I don't really have somewhere to store an entire water butt full of nettle tea, so I'm going to make it a bit more concentrated. I think also I have to be careful when I store it, because I know comfrey tea has a tendency to sort of keep fermenting and then explode, so I'll be careful how I store this.
Give us an example of a vegetable you'd use it on.
I mean, you could water it around the base of any leafy plant, so your spinach, maybe put it in the soil before you're going to sow your lettuces, if you want big lettuces. It's quite good for your normal house plants and things like that. And hello. And it's not very good for little dogs. To be honest, I probably made a mistake and I should have done comfrey tea rather than nettle, but I've got it now. I'm sure it'll be good. At the very least, it's a very good activator for your compost. So when I drain it all out, I'll be able to put the spent nettle leaves on the compost, and that'll help activate it. So thank you for watching this week. I hope it's been informative, educational, and hopefully at least slightly entertaining. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, press the little bell, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Ow, that bit wasn't.